right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Haikyuu, Season 3, Episode 10.
Yeah.
This is the finale. The
Until
pseudo-series finale.
Season 4 that
Season
might never
3.
come. Who knows?
All that.
Oh, boy. We're not ready.
But we ended last
Big
episode with a Suki one-touch block and a Hinata back attack that could be the game.
Yeah.
The game.
And
because that was match point.
yeah.
Right?
I think it. Yeah.
For Karasuno.
So I think they did it, but we'll have to see here. But I think
the fact that they ended
on their point.
No, before the point had scored.
Oh, right, exactly. Yep.
So this is something though. They can do this, I think, only one of two ways. Karasuno wins immediately. But the reason why I don't think this is going to happen is because what I talked about in last episode's discussion is because we lost all the hype build-up momentum of the previous episode by starting it in this episode. But they could like recap. They could do I don't know. They're going to draw out the tension here even more. This is going to get really, really intense, and I feel like this episode will at least go like 5, maybe even 10 minutes before the game is over.
I don't know if my heart can handle that.
I don't know if my heart can handle that either. But you know what?
I'm already
we don't have a choice
because of this show.
We don't have a choice,
That's
Jacob.
true, yeah.
We're going into this, and this is Haikyuu, and our boys are going for this. Karasuno versus Shiratorizawa, the final episode. Yeah. The game is ending right here, right now, whether we like it or not. Without further ado, guys, let's get into this. All right, guys, we're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
This song sounds
Hikari last episode, or I don't know, it was the last episode or the episode before that, but they were like, Ushichima's like, I'm starting to get into it. I think that was actually episode 8, but oh boy, guys. And yes. Yep. Karasuno match point. The battle of concepts. Oh, that tells us nothing about how this episode is ending.
But they're doing the recapping.
Yeah. That's good to build up the hype again into this thing here. But
But
Jacob, if it's a battle of concepts, that means we haven't seen the
right.
So this, so I was right. It's not ending here. This is gonna be a long set. I can just feel it.
It already has been.
Yeah. It's actually kind of amazing that Kageyama predicted the center attack immediately.
Yeah. I almost wonder if it was like a conscious thing or if he was just like doing it on instinct, you know?
Oh, yeah, Suki! One touch off of the injured hand!
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tanaka got it. Yeah, we all go. Everyone. Oh. Hey, Suki's cheering on.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Whoa, Shijima.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Come on.
Yeah, they're forcing him. Oh! Oh, Hinata's!
Scott Stanley!
Oh! Oh, they gotta just get it over. They gotta just get it over. Oh, they're gonna get to attack again. Oh my god! Look at him. He's hungry. He's so hungry. Oh.
Oh.
Whoa!
All right.
Whoa!
Okay.
He psyched him out. Wow! He set up this trap!
Holy crap.
Oh my gosh!
Man.
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
Oh my god, Jacob, this could be it! This could be it! The buildup is real! Oh! Oh! It was a cross-up! Wow!
Holy crap.
Kageyama just put his hands up like this to keep his face alive! Oh my gosh! Wow, this imagery! Oh!
From the concrete, let's go.
What?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yes! Come on!
This is so high! Oh!
No, you've got to be kidding me.
Blocked it. They blocked it. Yeah, Tanaka.
Let's go!
All right, he got it back to the center.
All right. Oh.
Wow! Oh my gosh! Oh! Whoa!
All right.
Oh my god, they're all in sync.
Okay.
Oh, He's not ready. Boys, let's go! Boys, let's go! Let's go!
Yes, yes. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Just lightly.
I'm almost expecting you to say run to start.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Right.
Me too. Lightly.
Yeah.
Oh no! It's back! It's back! He has to give it all right here. He has to give it all right here. No way! We did it! 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 Come on! Don't play with me like this!
Do this to us!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, yes, battle of concepts. We get it. We get it.
Yes! They did it! They did it! They did it!
Yes! Yes! Oh my god! Oh!
Yes! It's Yeah, she paints.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? Oh
yeah, that's right.
I get to keep playing. I get to keep playing. Oh, wow. Oh,
well said, Tendo.
I can't stand up. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, what a game. How? Oh, wow.
From the concrete.
Oh, wow. Oh my god.
And I was ready to drop.
Oh. Yeah. My boys, they did it. They did it. Is this real life? Oh. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Oh. Yeah. I love this commentary. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Yeah.
Just a club, Suki.
Yeah, Suki. Like, oh my god. Oh. I didn't believe that all this would yes, wave it to Bay, wave it. Oh, they're going to nationals.
Yeah, but we need to see Suki's
in the
brother.
30 years. Well, we did. He was like, "That's my brother."
Yeah.
That's my brother. Oh,
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Shiratoizawa. Wow.
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh. Wow. Oh, the sounds.
I love how they're focusing on the footsteps. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great.
That's awesome.
I knew of all of them, he would be the one that probably, blames himself for anything the most. But look at Ushijima standing proud.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna say one last thing.
Yeah.
Tendo. And Tsutomu's like, yes. What's that face mean? What's that?
I don't know.
I think he's gonna I think he's gonna come. Talking to Tetsu.
He can't even speak straight.
Yeah.
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 Oh, his eyes are all puffy from crying. They're all puffy from crying. Yes!
Yeah!
You did it, Suki! Yeah. Yes. Yeah, whatever, Tanaka. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you did it, though. You did it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna go talk to his brother. Yeah. Stretching. Yep, that's a good stretch. Oh. What's he gonna say? Whoa.
Suddenly having something to prove.
Right. Then just like, whoa. Wow.
Oh, that's so sad, though.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Oh. Okay.
But it's like the lost dreams essentially. Like, was Tendo originally gonna keep playing?
I don't think so. No. Oh. Yes. Yeah. Here it is. Here it is. Oh.
The way they're so surprised, like,
whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
But do you know what's great about this?
Yeah.
He's a third year. So he's talking about, you better not stop at high school.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Oh, I loved that imagery that they showed during the.
So good.
Oh. Whoa.
Wow.
I want to get better. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yamaguchi, you're amazing. That look on Suki's face.
Yeah, that look is so new.
I've never seen his eyes so wide before.
Yeah.
And then he puts the glasses back on.
He's got the smirk. He's like, all right, might as well, you know. You know what's great is I see the competitive side of Suki, and I'm like, I know what that's like. He's starting to get addicted to not only winning, but winning with a team, like because of his actions. You know,
Right.
There's something that's so just it's so addictive about that. It's wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, Hinata! He's so happy! He's so happy! Oh, yeah. Everyone, yes, everyone. Wait, not yet. Yeah. Give me a break, episode. This is. Oh, wait. You're gonna eating?
Yeah, I think so. Kyoka-san is scolding me.
I'm so happy! Yes. Look at Daichi. He's just like, this is the good life. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And that's just the first half.
Oh my gosh.
They did it.
They did it. I know. I still can't believe it. I'm like, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming?
It's weird. I want to say we did it, but it's
right,
like
but it's not. It's just they actually did it. Like, dude, you missed out.
And Hinata's
the first year, just like, oh, this is so good. What? Yeah. Whoa! So gay, you know?
Nope. Yep.
Because they haven't seen a match yet.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Yachi. Oh, it's the outside people looking at it, the passion, and they're not necessarily like a part of it.
Fly to Tokyo.
Oh,
I love it.
Yes. Oh my god, yeah, he said to text to Kenma.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Awesome!
Oh my gosh! Wow. Right.
Yep.
Oh, true. They'll get to watch their games, maybe.
Sure, that would be awesome.
That would be pretty awesome.
Don't try flying right now, Hinata. That won't work.
Oh man.
That seems so short. Or maybe they just...
There's end credits scene. Yeah. Rop said that this episode had something special in it. So and this is like one with giving us Tokyo insights and stuff. Okay.
Right.
Nohebi Academy. Was that the one with the really good serves? I don't think so. I don't remember.
Itachiyama Academy.
That's new. That's new.
Oh, really?
I think so, yeah. The color's new.
Gotcha.
Purple's one of my favorite colors, so... Yeah, Fukurodani and Nekoma. Oh, are they facing each other? Oh, we'll have to say goodbye to one of them, like...
Wait, no,
food.
Wait.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah! Nice kill ramen, nice gyoza, nice received fried rice. Oh, that's great. Oh, that'd be nice. Oh,
yes! Yes!
That's awesome. Cool. We're currently asking for donations to get the whole trip going. Okay, cool. Got a call. What? What is it? What is it? Whoa. Whoa. Seeing their max height jump. Oh, dang. Gotcha. Looks like, whoa! That was Kageyama?
That's...
Wow!
Dang.
We're gonna find out his vertical.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's... Holy crap!
Wow! Kageyama's like, oh yeah.
That's not the same as Aussie! Oh my gosh! Kageyama's face is like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna win. You're killing me. You're killing me. Oh, whoa. He's like, oh. His dream. Become the best in the world.
Yeah.
This is a step into
crap.
that.
Okay,
There's still more. Still more, yeah. Oh. Ushijima. Whoa. Whoa. It's the third year saying goodbye. Well done. Oh.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tsutomu at the end, yes.
Yep. Yep, I knew there was gonna be something like that. He wasn't gonna say anything specific, yeah.
He's just start crying.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Whatever. Wow. Oh no. Guys. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Haikyuu. It's been great. It's been fantastic. I really hope you come back for a season 4.
Yeah.
I really don't want to say goodbye right now.
Yeah.
It was a really good show.
Yeah.
It was a really good show.
Very good.
Yeah,
Excellent
and
show.
as we're finishing it up and stuff, we can talk about episode details and stuff. I just want to say that like there's a lot of shows out there that have like I would call the simple perfection. Like simple perfection just as a part of their repertoire.
Yeah.
But Haikyuu really is, I would say, the shining, flying high
paragon
of this. Absolutely.
Yeah. This is why we say to keep things simple, because then just maybe you'll have something like this.
Okay, guys. Like, thank you so much for watching our Haikyuu reactions.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for recommending this
Yes.
show. Thank you so much for us to just to be on this journey with y'all. It's Haikyuu is it's a show I feel like kind of I just needed. I I don't know how I'm gonna not read the manga though. Like Jacob, please, I held off on all the other ones, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna stay faithful. I'm gonna be there when season 4 is announced. When we get more Haikyuu, I'm gonna cheer the loudest of everyone in the freaking world. I'm gonna be so excited because in some ways I feel like this is going to be that show for me that even if it's a permanent hiatus, it never actually comes back. It will be enough for me to have known that this experience happened, that we got to experience it together, and that also these characters, I won't forget them. Like I'll and and even though we've got an awesome show like Hajime no Ippo to look forward to, which by the way, hey, that's what's coming up after this. Really excited about it. Jacob said, I think in one of the recent podcasts, there's going to be a mourning period for us for Haikyuu. And we'll need you guys to help understand that we need to bear with us as we're going from this awesome show into probably another awesome show. This is I really gotta say, I really had this nagging suspicion that Karasuno was gonna lose. I really did. I really thought that there was way higher of a chance of Karasuno losing because of how they kept dragging this out, and they kept giving proper backstory to the Shiratorizawa team and to Ushijima and Tendo, and I'm starting to empathize with them, and then Ushijima's like, I'm starting to get into it, and yet they basically kept giving us reasons for Karasuno to stick in this and to go and fight till the very end. And when that point happened, when that 21st point happened, and it was bouncing, and it didn't bounce up high off of the receive of the center receiver, I was like, oh no, now they're gonna have Ushijima, they're gonna have someone just rush through and just somehow get it up, and I'm like, wait, no, they're not. It's too low. No one can get there in time. No one can get there in time. Is this real? Is this real? Yeah. And then it happened. I'm like, I'm still in disbelief. That didn't actually happen. Right. And I was imagining dream sequences and all kinds of this isn't real life. This is how they would have wanted things to happen. And then it just lingered on it, and the way everyone was just unable to speak. It was just absolute shocked silence the entire time. That was so fitting and so perfect because okay. This is why we say keep things simple. Because I said that I thought it was about 90% in Karasuno's favor after the last episode, I believe. You believed. Because they were setting everything up so perfectly to have something like this, right? Making us have all engaging our sympathies and emotions and all that stuff with Shiratorizawa and everything, and even then, what they were able to do here, with the imagery of Ushijima holding them down, pushing them down,
and each one person on the team helping to fight and getting that was so good. And the idea that I could be so worried and so stressed out about is this actually happening when it was something that I was almost sure was going to happen, that. The fact that this show, this amazing, wonderful story is able to do that, it cannot be understated or overstated. Overstated. It can't be overstated how impressive and amazing that is, because, and it's all about volleyball, some sport that I certainly didn't care about when I started this show, but I care about now. And I mean, it felt like even though it's like a they did it, it felt like a we did it thing.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they were able to make us be so wrapped up into this game with these boys and make it so that this victory felt so earned. Because if you remember before when you know they beat Abujasai and it's like, okay, they're gonna face Shiratorizawa, one of the things that we were talking about is it doesn't make sense for them to beat Shiratorizawa with everything, with the way Shiratorizawa's been built up and everything. It would feel like plot armor, basically. Like they're the main characters now, so they have to win. They have to go to nationals, you know, whatever, blah blah blah.
Right.
But they didn't. They made it like like
Yeah.
there's no doubt in my mind that this happened.
Yeah.
Not just in the show and that it was deserved in the show, but that there is some alternate universe, some world line where Haikyuu actually exists, is real. And that happens, and that world line is not as far away as you know as I would think, and
the thing that makes it all worthwhile is that we really got to experience the journey of these characters growing to this point.
Oh yeah,
like you can just take Suki for example, and just look at how this whole show basically took him to where now his passion is found. He now has something that he can just devote himself 100% to. He's no longer walking around life just kind of half-assing it, you know? He's whole-assing it, you know?
Right.
And here we are. And here we are as they're about to go to nationals and stuff. And people like Suga and Daichi and Asahi are like clutching each other like their life depends on it, because they realize they get to play with each other.
That was
just a little bit longer.
Yeah, and no words. They just immediately go up to each other and start messy snot crying like
like I was so scared they were going to be done, and this was going to be the end of the episode, was basically going to them being like just saying hi to new first years. Like they would do a time skip and it would be like, hey, we're excited about new first years, and then there were going to be people like Tanaka who are usually so upbeat and stuff, kind of like trying to be excited, but he's he's thinking about them, and he's like,
the goodbyes would have like they would have just killed us. Like, oh man, like
and in some ways what they're basically saying is go read the manga, because they could, you know, be just saying those goodbyes in the very next game.
Because why give up on something so juicy as that? Like,
I mean, if anything, again, it's still a constant delay on that. But in the immediate sense, I can't even think about that right now. I'm thinking about things like Ushijima and Tendo stretching.
Yeah, that was great.
Just the realization that Ushijima, what did they call him? The dumb, like the moron,
the super volleyball idiot or something.
The super volleyball idiot. Yeah, basically that he's a demigod of volleyball, right? But he's a complete moron when it comes to like just kind of everything else. You know?
He's just an idiot for volleyball.
He's like, volleyball. I'm good. Volleyball, me good. Yes, me smash ball really hard. And it's like, okay, but then you see him talking with Tendo, and you realize that Tendo's basically saying, hey, you know, I never really had any friends. Growing up in this whole volleyball thing. So I hope you know I consider you a friend. And he's trying to say it in this funny way to be like, yeah, we're casual, right? Like, you don't need to, you know, be, stiff around me and stuff. And he's just like, yeah, sure, totally.
When you get all famous and all that, or when you continue to be all famous and make a documentary about you, I authorize, you to...
permission to interview me and breach my privacy for that. Yeah, and then the moment afterwards where he goes and gives a word to every single one of the second and first years.
One of them.
Yeah, and I mean, these are the second and first years that were, present and stuff. So, we actually should know their names maybe somewhat, but mostly Tsutomu was the main one. And then we knew that once he was starting giving these exact kind of good kind of improvement feedback things, and Tsutomu starts to freak out. We're like, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good, and he's just like, I'm counting on you. It's something that We got the goodbyes for the third years because we knew that some team was going to lose.
Yeah.
But instead, by having it be Shiro Torizawa, we get this huge characterization boon to Ushijima that we couldn't really have predicted, I think.
Yeah, because it's the thing of like, okay, stories are all about struggle, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things about characters like Ushijima that can make them not as good is that you don't see them struggle. Not really, because even if they did struggle at some point, or if they do struggle, it's on a different plane than the other characters, right? What Ushijima thinks of as struggling and the ways that he struggles is something that we're probably never like, we were really thinking we were never really going to see, right? But we did see that here. We saw it in their defeat, right? Yeah. And that's a beautiful, amazing way to show who these people are, because it's showing how they handle something as crushing as all that. And I don't think Ushijima like shed a single tear. He was forever the stoic champion, super volleyball idiot, throughout it all, and that's probably what his team needed.
Yeah, and now here we are at the end of this episode and the series for now, hopefully for now, where I just want to go back and re-experience the whole thing all over again about 5 more times. But specifically, if we can just take this episode apart and just kind of morsel, just draw out all the sustenance we can from it, because I don't really want to stop the new experience that is Haikyuu. I don't want to have to settle forever for just the rewatch value of Haikyuu, if that makes sense, which I know there's plenty of. But with Suki, with Hinata, with Kageyama, with all these people, and they're ready. They're ready for what comes next, and they're thinking back to Kenma and Nekoma and Kuru and stuff, and they're like, all right, we'll get to face them and stuff. And hey, and excuse me, the idea that they'll get to potentially face them again. It's like, oh yeah, awesome, but I don't really have much more other than. Actually, no. I have plenty more.
I have so much more.
I have plenty more. What am I talking about?
This. Oh man. Okay. Here's one thing. All right. And this isn't about this episode at all. But with something like Haikyuu, because it does something so simple and yet so powerful. One of the things that I was worried about when I was watching this show is that eventually I could end up basically losing interest in rewatching it, because they do end up spending a lot of time on the games, and the characters are all amazing, but the idea that I would end up getting kind of bored with the games, right? Because I know how it goes, and it'd be hype, but it's just reliving hype, and it wouldn't, quite scratch that itch of learning story things that would make me want to rewatch something, because that's one of the big things that makes me want to rewatch a story, is just to get extra little bits and insight into it and stuff like that. But I feel like with Haikyuu,
there's no nostalgia value.
Oh, there would be a ton of nostalgia.
Yeah, that's why I think
ton of nostalgia value. But I feel like with this, yes, in addition to the insane amounts of nostalgia value that there will be, the idea that this show feels like a diamond. Like it's the idea that, okay, if you think about a diamond, it's not that crazy, not that complex or whatever, but the simplicity of it is just
simple perfection.
Simple perfection.
Yep.
And that's what I feel like this show is, and
So I'm ready to gush at a mile a minute now. So the episode gave us the momentum recap, which I'm so glad it did.
And they also made it not end on that point.
Well, also the thing that actually they did have it end on that point.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that was the thing I was going to say. We didn't notice it initially, but that entire sequence from the beginning of the episode was one massive rally. Yep.
Holy crap. Yeah.
Yep.
And, well, wait a minute. And how much from the previous episode I think, or maybe that's why they did the hype recap, because
That's my point.
They were basically showing,
That's my point, was that the reason why I said I don't think that this is going to be the end was because I said that they lost the momentum going into this with the hype. But then the minute they started putting in the hype back for the momentum, I'm like, oh my god, wait.
They might actually do this.
I couldn't entertain it in my mind.
Yeah, right.
But in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They're rebuilding.
Yeah.
They're rebuilding the momentum.
Yeah.
So then when they actually go into the rally, and we start to see the insane line art coming in on Ushijima and Suki and all of them as they're ready to go for this. And then Suki sets the trap and we're like, oh my god, this whole thing has been him just preparing for that, and he actually still gets the cross.
Right, yeah.
And it's like oh my god, Kageyama was there and prepared and ready. And all he does is he just does this, like, my face, and just boom, hits it straight up. Oh, wow.
And the fact that Hinata Scott Sterling did again, like, oh man.
Well, I
can't tell if that was his face specifically.
Well, no, I'm forgetting the order, because I think what ended up happening was that they ended up getting back everything with a chance ball, and either that was Hinata's bit or it was the other, because I think it was first Hinata's face. They chance ball it back, and then they set the trap, where they then shift it to where he has to go back to a cross again, because he's been doing straights all this time.
Yeah.
Or was it the other way around? I don't remember. I don't know. But the point is that once they revealed that Suki had been doing this intentionally all the game, to basically trick his muscle memory into making it so he forgets in some way how to do a proper cross, because that was what was stopping them anytime they did less than 3 blockers. It's the kind of thing where, you remember how they talked a lot about how Kenma was kind of the genius of Nekoma. He had the mind to outthink the other opponents' strategies and stuff.
Yeah, the quiet genius.
Suki is the quiet genius of Karasuno.
Yeah.
And this is something that I love about, I would say, just really high intellect people when they get competitive, is they will break things down systematically and start to play mind games with their opponents, but also in such a way that incorporates the team's strengths, so their own team's strengths.
Right.
So
turns into a system.
Yeah, and I am so excited for future games with Karasuno, because now this is something that they'll incorporate. This is something where we'll now get to see that actually being shown to us, you know, via team huddles and stuff. Now another thing I just gotta mention is the bit where they showed the swivel was that 3D?
No, that's the thing. It wasn't 3D, but the frame rate for that was
so clean. It was in motion. It wasn't a frozen moment in time. It was actually things in motion.
They were in motion and they were moving around it. And
that was the budget, and it was just so beautiful to see. Like, I can't imagine how many animators and all kinds of people involved in the production department of IG just ended up doing that. So y'all are amazing. Like, well done. And then of course the fantastic visual representation of Ushijima trying to keep Karasuno down.
That was
and individually so having each person who got a focus on as they pushed up, doing something that kept the rally going, that kept it strong.
And here's the thing. That imagery, right? Not that specific imagery, but that idea of the imagery. That's something that Haikyuu is not the first show to do that.
No.
Right?
No,
not by a long shot.
No.
And the thing is, when I see that, usually, it doesn't mean much to me. It's like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, that's fun. But here, that was life to me. Like that was air in my lungs and blood in my veins. Like that.
It was incredible. It was something where I could feel my own vicarious connection, like of not only like joy but like fulfillment from the show. Just getting the resistance, like of just like no, you can't, and I'm like, yes, we can, and then and oh, it's so good. I also like the idea that as a visual, like if we're gonna get really deep here, the idea that in Karasuno's mind, Ushijima was the only thing holding them back,
right?
Not Shiratorizawa. And this is something that when we talked about Battle of Concepts and stuff, I wish we had maybe not gotten so frustrated at Ukai, old coach Ukai, talking about the whole Battle of Concepts things, because we were so just dramatically, kind of into the whole.
Oh, I didn't get upset. I was too freaking out to even like really pay it close.
No, that's my point. Is that we didn't pay attention to it.
Oh, gotcha.
So one thing that's kind of important here was the coach on Shiratorizawa's team had talked about the whole idea of their concept of what makes Shiratorizawa strong. Is they bring on strong players, and the strong attract the strong, and the strengthen the strong, and then it and it just builds and builds and builds. But in this case, in this specific case of the team, a lot of the strength came from one player, and this is something again that might be a point to say that this was the only true weakness of Shiratorizawa's team, was that they didn't play as the best six. And I doubt that that's actually something we're supposed to think that deep into, because I do think they have a very strong group of six.
Oh yeah.
But the idea is that when it came down to it, they over-relied, maybe, who knows? We can't really predict the what would have happened, but they relied very much on Ushijima.
Yeah.
And it wasn't enough.
Yeah, and it's that aspect kind of makes me wonder whether it's something that is kind of plot armor essentially, and that, I know that sounds weird, but hear me out. When they brought up Shiratorizawa, they basically talked about it as if everyone was an Oikawa.
Yes.
Like, the idea that it wasn't, that everyone was excellent, right? And so that way it wasn't a relying on one person. And they did have a lot of really good players. Setter, Tendo, even Tsutomu the first year. Yeah, they did an excellent job of that. What it makes me think, though, when I think about something like that, is that Karasuno was hungrier. And towards the end, of course, they really wanted to win too.
Yeah.
But it's the idea that because Karasuno has been sort of forced down, because they're the underdog and all that stuff, they have a different perspective. They get creative down there, right?
Right.
Because they have to, right?
Yeah.
That's how they survive.
Yeah, Shiratorizawa just does this because it works.
Right.
And they've won
because they're
over
so
and
good.
over and over and
Now,
over and over again with this.
Right. Now, where that could potentially break down is the fact that Shiratorizawa regularly goes to nationals.
Oh,
so they would have the equivalent at nationals, unless they've
never won nationals.
Right, exactly. That's the point, is that since they go to nationals, then that's something where they would still have to be hungry, right? Unless they just didn't really care as much about nationals, but I don't think that's the case.
I think the point was that they were constantly getting stronger, and this was probably Ushijima's best season to go to nationals, because now he's the strongest he's ever going to be in high school, and they've been winning through overwhelming force. So if they went to nationals with this team composition, who knows what they would have done with just someone that's so powerful that he destroys defenses.
Yeah.
When it's 1v6, he eats them alive.
Yeah.
And the rest of his team has also been getting stronger as well. They have a new first year like Tsutomu, who's equally strong, who's maybe a great decoy, who maybe provides an opportunity for even Ushijima to be a great decoy.
Yeah.
And now they have I think Shirabu is a second year. Because Shirabu was told as being, you're now the one that the teams rely on. So team's the second year, and he did a lot of really good things this team. And in some ways, I do think that if Oikawa had been on, Shiratorizawa's team,
Karasuno would have lost. I think so too. Yeah. Because he would have been able to bring. Because the thing is, Shiratorizawa. Oh, this is, I think, why they depended so much on Ushijima, because Ushijima was the leader. But the thing is, the way he led was leading by example, kind of a thing.
Right.
And hey, it works.
It totally works.
He is,
they all train and practice harder probably than anyone else other than maybe Karasuno. Who knows?
Right.
Maybe even harder than Karasuno. Yeah. Probably.
But with Ushijima, the way he leads is a very specific way, right? It's just a brute force, I am the unshakable, immovable pillar, and you can all basically tether yourselves to me and know that it's going to be okay.
Right. It's a confidence thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas with Oikawa, I feel like his style of leadership would be so opposite to that that it would have complemented it very well, and they probably would have...
Yeah, they would get two pillars to look at. The one that basically individualizes a personable approach to you specifically, and then the other one that's the iron fortress of indomitable will and power. The
juggernaut that goes ahead and you follow in their wake as you wreak havoc on the world.
And Oikawa's in the back going, "Don't don't."
And if Oikawa had been on Shiratorizawa, like as the setter, they would have cut Karasuno to ribbons,
to pieces,
and then they probably would have gone on to storm nationals. We don't know what's on nationals. I don't know what nationals is like, but like that, But
in some ways, it reminds me, I think, a lot of what Fukurodani's team was kind of being hinted at, in that they have the perfect setter spiker team combination, and that they have two that can just gel perfectly, and it's kind of a semblance of connection to Kageyama and Hinata, but it's refined. It's in its prime. It doesn't have all the rough around the edges aspects of Karasuno.
Yeah.
So
and this whole match, right? Yeah. I love that they extended the bit with the match of that point, right?
Right.
That was excellent. That was so good. It was so good. But having this victory, it's more than just having them win.
Yes.
And I feel like this might be one of the reasons that Haikyuu does so well with its simple execution, is because it understands this concept. We've made a lot of comparisons, to the similarities between Haikyuu and My Hero Academia.
Sure.
And Haikyuu does it better, or does it more regularly, know. But it's that idea of showing the responses and the emotions of the people so that you know what this means to them, so that it's not just a thing of you're supposed to take this at its inherent value because of what it is in the plot, but rather what it means to the people, right? How Suki changed to even let them get this far, but then also how he was affected by it in the end. Showing everyone crying and stuff afterwards.
Yeah, it's important. It's important to do that, but I've seen a lot of people, or a lot of stories, shows, and things not handle that kind of stuff well, because what ends up, I think, happening is it's done through characters that don't have characterization.
Right, exactly.
And you need the people that are doing this reacting of sorts to actually have characterization beyond their shtick.
Yep.
And they need to have a journey, a goal, a motivation that they're on, that even if it's simple, even if it's extremely small and subtle, it's not a big thing, you need to have that there, and have important relationships pre-established between that character and other characters.
Right. One of the things that I would say is a great example of how they basically executed on this was with Kyoko. Now, Kyoko is a third year, but but of the third years, she is easily the least developed, right?
Totally.
And she is very much like a caricature type character. She has good characterization and everything, but
she is the
but
least
as far
developed,
as growth and things like that, she's easily the least developed.
Yeah.
But because we know Kyoko so well in the her shtick kind of thing and all of that, when she breaks down crying, that's something that we have never seen before.
Never.
And the thing is that it's something that we know is absolutely in line with her character as soon as we see it, because
we know that she cares.
We know that she cares. I mean, and she's a third year, and she's she's been struggling with them, the whole way, and been, hoping and praying that maybe they'll be able to go the distance this time, and it looks like they might actually be able to now.
Yeah, it's because of scenes where she talks with Yachi about what this means to her.
Right.
It's about the scenes. It's like the scenes for Kyoko where she's talking with Takeda Tetsu about post third year kind of. Basically about this whole thing. Are you going to stay on and stuff like that? And help. And even though she didn't really say much at that point, the fact that she's still here, there's a lot of things that even for the least developed character, I would say of all the
even more than Yachi, I would say.
Oh well, Yachi has plenty of development.
Yeah, because she got her amazing.
I think the main thing with Yachi is that she actually got an episode dedicated to her. Mm-hmm. And a lot of her character's just foundation is based upon the development that happened there,
right? And not
everything
really
else just kind of
then.
Yeah, not really since then. Just kind of adds little bits of characterization to it.
Exactly.
So that being said, when we see the game end and everyone else charging on and just dogpiling each other out of just pure excitement, and we see the 30 years together just holding each other and crying. Yeah. There's something there where of course it's important to show this. Of course it's important to show this. But the reason why it resonates so strongly with us is because this story has always made it about these characters. Yep. Now, I will tell you, the thing about simplicity is that when you know where your focus lies, when you know that this is your number one thing, and you never give your audience a reason to doubt it. Yeah. Ever.
Yep.
Ever.
Yeah.
What that means when you get these emotional high payoffs is that your audience is right there with you.
Yep.
Right there with you. And the thing is, there's so many other shows out there that will go for, I would say, a more ambitious storyline. Things that will, rope in more variables and go for a more climactic, grand conclusion.
Just sort of the wow factor.
Yeah, and it's like, that's amazing. That's totally awesome. But then if you want to get at the emotions, if you want to get at the humanity, if you want to get at the stuff that will build, in some ways, kind of a devotion, a loyalty to your audience and stuff.
Almost like a cult.
Almost like a cult. Yeah, it's almost crazy. This is how you do it. Haikyuu understands that, whether or not consciously or subconsciously.
Right.
This story got so just close to the pure perfection aspect of that I'm in.
And
like, I feel like just now I'm like Ushijima being like, I'm starting to get into this. Like isn't that crazy to think about? That there's like new levels of like getting into Haikyuu.
Yeah. And
I'm in. I'm in so hard right now.
Because here's the thing, guys. All the stuff that they do with the characters, right, is incredible. And I feel like the ways that they attach us to the characters are in some ways that could be overlooked.
Sure.
And one of those things that I think is really important is how they focus on the details of what they do when they're practicing and things like that. The fact that we're able to track with how they're practicing and the specific things they're working on and all of that makes it so that we are right there with them in their struggles. And that saying can be used kind of like cheaply. And it sort of starts to lose its meaning. But the idea that because they go into all the details of how they practice the sport and their specific hopes and dreams and the specific ways we see them struggle in the middle of a game, right?
Yep.
That makes us so that we are right there with them. If we're not on the team already, we are in the stands, we are cheering. We are actually
a part of it.
There. We are a part of it, right? And then lend me your energy, do whatever, like this is a real victory, right?
Yeah.
So then when we see all these wonderful emotions in this wonderful execution with these characters that they have set up, we know that this is absolutely 100% real.
Yeah.
And that's I cannot take my hat off enough to Haikyuu. Like, I don't have a hat, but like, because Yeah,
Like-
I get you.
because when you think about it, when you think about what Haikyuu is as a show,
Yep.
it's something that you could totally just watch, and I think you could miss it.
Yeah.
I think you could miss it. I think that's actually the real genius of Haikyuu, is that I don't think anyone with a soul can hate Haikyuu.
Yeah.
But I think you could watch Haikyuu
Yeah.
and go all the way up until this very end of the episode, the very last episode here, and you'd be like Shijima, and you'd be like, I'm just now getting into it.
Right.
There's something where the show gives you multiple entry points, like multiple entry points into the fandom, and it's like, when do you want to get into this? We're ready for you whenever you're ready.
There's no escape, though. There's no exit.
But that's the thing, is that once they have you, they have you. Because these characters are something that I don't really feel like even the characters are revolutionary. Like let me pull things back here a little bit here. I don't think that the characters are like the greatest characters ever of all time. What I'm saying is that what makes this so great is that all these characters, all of them there in combination, all exist within the same narrative, the same story, the same show, and you get that. You actually get to experience that. I don't go around probably like in my own head thinking like the development that they gave to Tsukishima, for instance, is like the greatest development you know ever, or anything like that. If anything, it's just really good. But the thing is that this exists not in a vacuum. It exists along with so many other characters.
It's the idea that it's all consistently woven together, so that whenever you go into the show, wherever you go into the show, there's wonderful stuff that's happening with these characters. Whether you're talking about at the very beginning with like the early onset of Kageyama's development, or Asahi and Nishinoya. That's one of that whole introduction for those two. That was fantastic, right? They've hardly done anything with them since. Right?
It's true.
Think about that for a minute. They basically did something really good, and then they're like, okay, we've made you care about these characters. It's the same thing with Yachi, right? And then we'll just give you additional little bits of characterization and show that they're still here and that you love them and all of that. But as far as like growth and focus and development, no, that's enough because we know we did a good job with what we did, right? And then we'll move right on to the next one, and we'll make sure that the next one is not just as good as the last, because you can't compare them, because these are people, these are real people. But it's still, it's still just another person that you're going to get to know, another boy that you get to adopt,
this is a family. That's what it is. That's what it is. Is that you're at some point you're gonna adopt yourself into the Haikyuu family.
I feel like this is something that like this show needs to be something that is like shown to people that like have like that are going through like the foster system or something like that, or whatever, or any sort of situation where it's like there's like a sense of like like wondering whether you belong. Like because even if it just makes you notice the hole that you feel in your heart even more, I feel like it, just watching it will adjust your focus like crazy. Like, just for us, I know it's done that, and also teach you like about how amazing something like that can be and what it can look like.
I think that's probably the real power of Haikyuu. Is we've always said it was the dynamics between the characters. It wasn't the characters themselves. It was the relationships between the characters. But the thing about that is that you can't really quantify that. You can't really go into the story and say, well, it's the dialogue. It's like, well, but no. It's not the looks they give each other. It's not the little comedy moments between it.
It's not the energy for volleyball.
It's this huge combining blob of just
big
goodness.
Bowl of,
and I think that this is something that might actually be important. You talked about mindset and focus, and I was like, wait a minute. Actually, I think that's it. I think that's it. If you go into Haikyuu and you have a fascination with the connection between people and characters, you will get so much more out of this than if you didn't. Like, there is something really big, and I'm saying this biased, of course, because that's something I'm really passionate about. Right.
There's probably other things that you could come in with a perspective for, like volleyball or something like that, and just get more out of it.
But I almost want to challenge anyone. I feel like we're still, it's still too dangerous to go into like YouTube comments and stuff with more manga material afterwards and stuff. But I want to challenge anyone to tell me, like, what is the thing that you need to be the most passionate about to get the most out of Haikyuu? What is it? Because I feel like Haikyuu is about
what
passion.
Is it for you?
Or what is it for you? Yes, because I want to know how I can get more out of this show. And I feel like if you would just approach it with a slightly altered mindset, but it's focused around a passion of something or some whatever, I could get more out of this. And just going back to the episode, we get the classic, like, all right, that's the first half, that's the game. We've gone through the awards ceremony, we've gone through all that stuff here. Now we have everyone kind of recouping and stuff, and they had all those food. They had all those classic little moments of people eating food, and Tanaka passed out, like, on the table, or is that Hinata passed out, and
I can't remember.
And Tanaka was like moaning or something, but like,
and Kyoko's just like, I'm sorry, I'll try and keep them responsible and from causing any real trouble.
But then even moments where you have them all bonding over the max height that they can jump.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. This is something that I've always wondered. Like, Hinata's really short.
Yes. Yeah. So 333 centimeters, and I believe he's like 100
Well, the thing is, you have to account his arm fully outstretched.
Okay, that's true.
So it doesn't seem as ridiculous.
Yeah.
But we're approaching like Hinata, you are terrifying.
Yeah.
Like the idea that you almost got as high as Kageyama and basically as high as Asahi. Like that's. Wow, but they were all like competitive about that, of course, because they're in a sport and
of course.
Boys being boys, and as we get to see them just kind of getting fired up about this, and we see Ushijima being like, next time I'm going to beat you, and they're all saying, and they're all saying like, Hinata's getting all freaked out, and Kageyama's even saying like, and I'll make you say that I'm better than Oikawa, that all these other things. It's basically them projecting out all this story for the future. And the thing that when I think about them jumping, and the reason I'm trying to connect to the jumping max height thing to that little line there, is that it's basically just story potential of where these boys will go. And it's story that we might get to experience one day.
Okay.
It's the idea that in a perfect character setting narrative, you don't really care what the characters are doing. You just want them to do things, and you get to experience it. This is that, but we know where they're going. We know what kind of story is probably going to be involved there. And we're just so excited for them and for us to get more of that. Because it was a perfect way, I'd say, to end the episode in a way that's a cliffhanger, but it's also a positive moment of, we earned this, and here we go into the next stage,
Here's an addendum to that whole thing of, it doesn't really matter what the characters are doing as long as you love the characters, right?
All right.
It doesn't matter what the characters are doing, so long as you love the characters and the characters are doing what they want to do most. Because it's the idea that, think about it. Because the idea that, yes, we would happily watch these boys do anything, really. Like we would happily have, a beach episode, or just like an episode of them like studying for a test, right? Like,
there's probably a fan-made beach episode already, like made on the internet or something.
But the idea that they care so much about volleyball, this is what they want to do more than anything else. We're right there with them. We want, this is what we want to see them do more than anything else. And the fact that Ushijima said, "I'm going to beat you next time," oh man, because here's the thing, that whole idea of the rivalry and all that stuff, that has been, I've seen that done so badly, so many times. And yet here, it's not just like what it was for Hinata and Kageyama at the beginning of the show, right? It's something completely different. He's a third year. He's going to college.
He was calling that thing. He was thinking about that as being childish. The idea is like, I wanted to, I wanted to show how strong I was. I wanted to, I wanted to beat them.
Like, and now, like, because that's not just a, like, that's like an oracle, like, future prediction right there. It is sending something out into the ether and saying, will you answer this call? Because we are going to see each other again in 3 years when you guys finally
3 years
3 years when you guys finally get into
college.
Graduate, get into college, graduate from high school and all that stuff, and you guys are still going to be playing volleyball, right? I know you are, and I will be too. I'll see you then. Like, that's
See, this is the thing that actually like makes me excited about Haikyuu going in perpetuity, just the show going on eternally and forever, and I don't care how long it goes, and I don't care if it ends or whatever, is that the characters are the story, and as long as the characters are there, as long as the characters keep going, I don't really care how long it goes, how whatever.
I will happily grow old with this show.
Me too. Yeah. The sad thing is that that's just not how this industry works.
Right.
Eventually, someone's going to get tired. Eventually, someone's going to get old. Eventually, someone's going to stop.
The creator's going to be like, okay,
we'll finish nationals and then the story's over.
Right.
Like that's
and there will be like maybe a one OVA thing of the new first years basically showing up the next year, and it's like, all right, ready to play some volleyball.
Yeah. Oh man, guys, this show is fantastic.
And it's over.
It's over now. And now we join y'all in hiatus land as you wait for season 4.
Yeah, but at least we have the stage plays.
At least we have the Haikyuu freaking stage plays. I can't wait to watch more of those. So guys, next show we're doing is Hajime no Ippo. Yep.
If there was ever a worthy predecessor to Haikyuu, we hear that this is it.
This is probably it. At least one of them. Hopefully that it scratches the itch, although it's going to be a completely different show.
Style show and different show, and there will be a grieving process. But
we'll try to keep it for the most part off camera.
But I mean, hey, they ended Haikyuu on like, okay, here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
What?
If Karasuno had lost here, and we had to go into hiatus land, we had to have experienced this
I was preparing myself
on a
Jacob.
Negative note.
No, I was preparing myself. That's the thing. That was my pessimistic side coming out right there. Was basically my irrational thought was going that no, hear me out. This is something I need to explain here. The reason why I was so like emphatic about but we have to be ready in case they lose is because if they do lose, we need to be mentally prepared for that.
So that it doesn't absolutely destroy us.
Yes, and I think that if they had lost, I would have been maybe a little bit more ready than you, and you would have been...
Yeah, I would have been so... Let's just say there would have been a lot of salt going into Hajime no Ippo. Like,
oh wow.
I don't know if I would have been able to be able to properly enjoy a new show when it's like how it was like my heart was ripped out and stomped on and that was it. Yeah.
All right, guys, this is a fantastic show.
It's an amazing
If you are here watching our reaction and for some reason you haven't watched Haikyuu all the way through,
go watch.
What are you doing?
Get as many people as you can to watch it with you.
Oh yeah, that's our call to action.
Yeah.
Regardless of whoever you are.
Other people need to know about.
You need to tell other people
show.
about Haikyuu. And if they need some kind of encouragement and they like watching reactions and stuff, send them our channel and be like, hey, these guys say it's amazing.
But I mean, but this is not a replacement. They should watch the show.
Yes.
And watch our reactions.
Yes.
Because everyone needs to experience.
Yeah, watch Haikyuu all over again.
Watch it with them.
So guys, I guess if you want to see the first episode of Hajime no Ippo right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. Any level of support gives you access to our Discord where you can chat with us about Haikyuu, about the whole journey and all that it's been on and all this crazy stuff. You can mourn with us, you can cry with us, you can laugh with us, you can get hyped with us. And you can get involved in the events and stuff we've got going on there. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next
time.